Hey guys, Manga here with a new video on how to draw arm muscles in two ways. So basically piggybacking off of the previous video I did where we drew chest muscles and a little bit of the arm from a frontal point of view. A little bit of it was a little stylistic, but that's the basic gist. Here I'm going to be doing a similar thing, and we're going to be doing having a circle indicate like the shoulder and like the elbow, and having that arm bend. So again, when you're sketching, you want to be free and you don't want to be too detailed in the beginning. So here I'm just focusing on how the arm is going to be positioned before I go into it with the details. I use the circles to see where all the joints are, and I use then I go like over those circles, almost like a second layer, to know where muscles go. Now it's the same as before. We have that bigger circle in the biceps, then we have the triceps. So you have a bigger circle and a smaller one right behind the arm, where it turns. We add the elbow, and these circles are, again, you can watch the previous video. It'll kind of go into a little more detail. I have a smaller circle there, just indicating the wrists, and I'm using these circles to just add details, almost like guidelines for you guys that you can follow, and we can go from there. Here I'm erasing, making it a little lighter. Again, we're having an arm that's kind of muscular, not like Hulk muscles, but pretty ripped. And then once I've erased all those guidelines, things that are supposed to help you, you just go in with the details and you shade a little bit. Very simple. Again, it would be simpler if you watched the previous video, but I wanted to do something different where we piggyback off the previous video, but here we have like the arm in different positions. There will be more videos, and we'll have one where the person or the character I draw in that video will focus on like the back muscles. There'll be one on legs and things like that. This was a requested video on my Instagram, so I decided to do it. And here for the rest of the forearm, I'm just adding in more muscles, almost like he's flexing in a way. Here, and now you can go in with the details. So here at the forearm, I was just adding like I don't even know what it's called, but whatever, they're band-aids or whatever, or bandages, similar to like a Sagat from Street Fighter. Just piggybacking off the previous video, because we ended up drawing a character that looked pretty similar to Sagat. Here, so we have the chest muscles coming off that shoulder is the same as before. We have the line close to the nipples coming down, forming the obliques kind of, and we're adding abs and just adding more detail to make that chest the way it's supposed to be. Now usually if you're drawing a character in this position, you don't want to follow this method completely unless you've kind of mastered this to some degree. Here usually if I was going to draw a character in this position, I'll kind of start from the head, and then draw the rest of his body and position it how I want, similar to how I position the arm in the first minutes of this video. And then you go with a detail on the muscles, or just detail on his clothing or whatever. But here we're kind of working backwards in a way. But if you want like the traditional way, that was done in the how to draw chest and arm muscles video. Here I'm just going on with details. Remember, you want the shading. The shading, there's usually a lot of that going on under the arm, like the armpits area. So here we're going to draw another arm, in a different position. And this time is going to be more traditional in the sense of how the arm will be positioned if a character wanted to flex your muscles or something like that. So here I have like that square thing forming the chest. We have that line coming from the top of the shoulders, you know, meeting the V that will be under the neck. We don't see most of that here. Again, you would kind of understand this video a whole lot more if you watched the previous video on drawing chest muscles, chest and arm muscles. And I'll leave a link to that somewhere, you know, on the screen as an annotation, or in the description below, or both. There'll be a link to it at the end of this video as well. So here we're doing all the things we did in that video, adding all the details, and we have the biceps, we have that circle. Now the circle at the back, we're not going to see that much of it because the first circle is blocking it. So you also want to think of, this is not that much of foreshortening, but it's just understanding what comes before what. So we have the circle. It's, you know, we usually in the arm, just like we did in the other video, you had there like two, one in front and a smaller one at the back. We're not going to see that much of the smaller one at the back because the bigger one is blocking it, as you will see here. So let me just do the whole hand, make it easier for you guys. Right, and we have that almost like a love symbol, and then we have the big circle for the biceps. We have the other one that begins the forearm, the elbow, the other one at the other side of the forearm, the bunch of muscles, then the wrists, right? That'll be rest of the fist. Then the smaller circle at the back, we're not going to see it that much. I'm just putting it there just to let you know it's there. The chest muscle almost it looks like it begins, you know, at the armpit in a way. But again, a lot of shading and things like that would clear up any misconception about the muscles or anything like that, and help you understand what I'm talking about a whole lot more. Yeah, we have that line, just like in the previous video, and it's coming down, and you have the muscles coming from there. I'm not going to draw the abs in this video, or am I? I don't know, keep watching. But here you have the shadows and all that. Again, that the circle at the top, like closest to the shoulders, it's kind of like a love symbol, but instead of 2 at the top, it's more like a 3. But for this video, we're not seeing all of it, so it doesn't matter much. But just imagine that you're 3 there, they're not 2. But we're gonna see like just 2. We'll see more of one, and we'll see the other. But and we don't even see the whole of it because the biceps is blocking that as well. So here we do erase a little bit of that. There's some lines there's some like lines under your under your fist, like right in the middle, that go straight down. So we have those there. We have some subtle small lines indicating that they're like veins in a way. Not really veins. Honestly, I don't know the actual medical term for what they're called, but they're there. And you know, for the most part, we kind of have what we want, right? So this is the idea of this video is also just to show you guys, you know, how you can form your own hands and arm positions with this same technique. You kind of start off simple, and then you go over it with, you know, details. You go over it with muscles. One thing that will always help is to study actual human beings, actual figures, and seeing how the muscles kind of interact with each other and where they're positioned and things like that. Now I'm just going over the details. And you can form other body types from this foundation, right? It's not that different when you're drawing a female or like a whole. I kind of went over this again in the previous video, but it's the same thing. So if I wanted to draw a skinnier person, I'll just reduce the muscles, make it the structure a little more bony and things like that. If it was a female, I'll kind of reduce the top, increase the like the top and top of the torso. Also, let me not say female, I'll just say if it was like a feminine structure kind of thing. Add hips and things like that. But for whatever you want to form, this is a great foundation. Now, for those interested, if you don't know, I'm having a giveaway, and I'll leave a link to that video for those interested in that, so you can go check that out real quick and easy, and you could win Apple Black Volume 1, which is my comic that is currently published and serialized on Saturday AM. Saturday AM celebrating our 50th issue really soon. It's going to be a really big deal, and we have really big things planned for the comic magazine, and great strides going forward. Hope you guys enjoyed this video so far. This is Whyt Manga. Please like this video, share this video, leave a comment if you have any questions. There will be more of this coming. If you're interested in seeing different body types, seeing the body from certain angles and things like that, please let me know in the comments. Please don't forget to subscribe. This is Whyt Manga, and I'm outie.